Hello students, from today itself I am starting the engineering math crash course. Here I will cover all the syllabus of math that's needed for GATE examination, and along with that I will cover the probable questions and problems that may arise in GATE exam. As you know, engineering math possesses 15 marks. It's around 15 marks in each branch. So if you are appearing for GATE, then it's totally necessary. So as you can see in the board, the chapter on is linear algebra, and in linear algebra I will cover the linear algebra by 4 lecture. Thereafter it's calculus, and I will cover the calculus portion by 8 lecture. Thereafter we will be having differential equation, and I will cover that by 6 lecture. Thereafter complex variables, I will cover that by 4 lectures also. Chapter 5 it's probability and statistics, I will cover that by 6 lecture. And chapter 6 it's numerical methods, I will cover that by 4 lecture. So it's total engineering math course. After after attending all the classes, you will be able to solve each and every question of GATE. So be attentive and please write down all the things that I am writing, so it will help you to enhance your score. So what is matrix? I have said that a set of numbers, the numbers may be real or imaginary, arranged in a order where m number of row and n number of column is there, and which will be a rectangular pattern, is known as a matrix. So here I have shown a example of matrix. I have taken a matrix A, which is, and matrix is written like this: A, its third bracket, and in between we will write the element, and then third bracket close. So I have taken the matrix of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As you can see here there is 2 row, number 1 R1, number 2 R2, and there are 3 column, C1, C2, C3. So number of row is 2, number of column is 3. So the order of the matrix will be row cross column. So it will be 2 cross 3. So now we will be seeing the arrangement of element, how the element can be arranged in a matrix. So I have written matrix A and third bracket of Aij, third bracket closed, and the matrix is of m cross n ordered. So here, so I means number of row and j means number of column. Here I have shown a matrix X, which is 2, 5, 11, 3, 6, 12, 4, 7, 13. As you can see here, there are 3 number of row and 3 number of column. So the first row will be first, its first row, its second row, its third row. Simultaneously its first, second, its third. So if they ask you to find A 2, 3, so they are asking you to find the element which is possessed there in second row, third column. So we will be going second row, this is second row, and third column, this is third column. So A 2, 3 will be 12. Now they are asking to find A on 3. That means we have to go for number on row and number 3 column. Number on row, number 3 column. So the element will be 11. They are asking now A 2, 2. So A 2, 2 will be 2 second row, second column. So it's 6. A 3 on third row, first column. That means it's 4. Now I will be discussing the type of matrix. So here I have said row matrix. In row matrix there will be only on row. As you can see here, there is only on row and 4 column. So the order of the matrix will be on cross 4. Here on means number of row, 4 means number of column. As you can see in the column matrix also, in column matrix we will be having only on column. So here as you can see it's on column only, and there are 3 number of rows. So the order of the matrix will be 3 cross on. So now I will be discussing square matrix. What is square matrix? As you can see in the word also, square. That means the area will be the number of row and number of column will be equal, so that we will get a square shape. So here the order of the matrix will be n cross n, and n means a positive integer number which may be 1, 2, 3 or anything. So I have said a matrix here, A is equal to A, B, C, D, and there are 2 number of row, 2 number of column. So it's a square matrix of second order, and the order of the matrix is 2 cross 2. Now I will be discussing diagonal matrix. In diagonal matrix, the word diagonal, it suggested that the only diagonal element will be of non-zero and other all the element will be 0. So as you can see here, only diagonal element A, B, C is there, and other all the element it's 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So only diagonal element will be present in diagonal matrix, and the order of the matrix is 3 cross 3. Now I will be discussing scalar matrix. So what is scalar matrix? We have seen the diagonal matrix. In diagonal matrix we know only the diagonal element will be there. So here as you can see, the diagonal element are present, but all the diagonal element will be equal. As you can see here, all the diagonal element are 2. So if the diagonal element are equal, then it will be scalar matrix. So it's a 3 cross 3 matrix, and in here also you can see it's 2 cross 2 matrix, and diagonal matrix it's 2 minus 3i, and here also 2 minus 3i, and all the other elements are 0. So what is identity matrix? So in scalar matrix, if all the diagonal elements are on, then it will be a identity matrix. Later we will be having more important discussion on identity matrix also. So as you can see here, I2 means it's second order identity matrix. Second order means the number of row and number of column will be 2. I3, that means it's third ordered identity matrix, and here number of row and number of column will be 3. As you can see here, all the diagonal element are 1 and other than diagonal element all are 0 here also. Now I will discuss null matrix. What is null matrix? Here all the elements will be 0. As you can see in the I have shown a matrix A. Here matrix A, the element are 0, 0, 0, 0, and it's a 2 cross 2 ordered null matrix. What is triangular matrix? In triangular matrix, the diagonal element, if you closely observe the diagonal element, so if the non-zero element are present above the diagonal element, so it's a diagonal, and above the diagonal all the elements are non-zero, so it will be a upper triangular matrix. As you can see here, it's taking a shape of triangular. It's taking a shape of triangular, that's why it's called a triangular matrix, and it's upper triangular matrix if the non-zero element are present below the diagonal. So it's diagonal, and below that diagonal all the elements are non-zero, so here it will be a lower triangular matrix. Now I will discuss the addition and subtraction of 2 or more matrix. So what is required here? If we conduct the addition or subtraction of 2 matrix, then the matrix must have same order. I have shown matrix A, and the order of matrix is 3 cross 2, and there is a matrix of B which is having order of 3 cross 2. So if these two matrices have same order, only then we can do the addition and subtraction. If the order is different, then it's not possible for addition and subtraction. So here we are having the same order 3 cross 2, 3 cross 2, so we can do the addition. For doing the addition, we will add the same element we will add. So our answer will be so here A, the element is 2, first element is 2, here first element is on, so we will add 2 plus on 3 plus on 4 plus this on 5, 5 plus on 6, 6 plus this on 7, 7 plus on 8, and like this we will do the subtraction also. Same element will subtract from each matrix. So the answer will be, from 2 we will subtract this on, so it's on. From 3 on 2, so the answer will be like this. Hope you have understood it. Now I am discussing the multiplication of two matrices. So here the required condition is the number of column of the first matrix and the number of row of the second matrix. These two will be equal. If it's not equal, then we can't do the matrix. Now as you can see here, I have taken a matrix A, it's 2 cross 3, and B, it's 3 cross 4. So the number of column of A matrix is 3 and number of row of B matrix is 2. So these two are equal. So you can multiply A and B, and the result of the multiplication AB, it will be 2 cross 4, and the in between number 3, it will vanish. So the order of the AB will be 2 cross 4. I have taken a matrix here P, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the order of the matrix is, there are 2 number of row and 3 number of columns, so 2 cross 3. And in Q matrix, as you can see here also, there are 3 rows and 2 columns, so it's 3 cross 2. So in the first matrix we can see that the number of column is 3, and in the second matrix the number of column is, number of row is 3. So we can multiply PQ. Can you multiply QP? Yes, because in Q matrix the number of column is 2 and in P matrix the number of row is 2. So you can multiply that also. So now I am multiplying PQ. So for multiplying PQ, what we have to do? We have to multiply this row with this first column. We have to multiply the element of the first row with the element of the first column. So the first element is 2. We will multiply 2 cross A. 2 cross A plus 3 cross B, the second element of first row and the second element of first column. So it's 3B. Now we will add the third element of the first row and the third element of the first column. So it's 4C. Now we will go for the second one, means we will multiply first row and second column, and we will write in the second position, mean first row second column. This is the first row and second column. So it's 2D plus 3E plus 4F. Now we will go for second row. So we will position the second row in second row. Second row, first column. So second row, this is second row and first column. And we will multiply the first element 5 and first column element A. So 5A plus second element 6B plus 7C. Then the second row will be multiplied by second column and we will position that in second row second column. So it's 5D plus 6E plus 7F. And what is the result here? It's 2 cross 2. Now I will be discussing idempotent matrix. What is idempotent matrix? If we multiply A with itself, so it will come by A square. If the result of the A square is equal to A, then it's called idempotent matrix. And one thing we have to remind here, if the order of the matrix is unequal, means suppose there is a matrix P and the order of the matrix is 2 cross 3, so we can't do P square here. Why? So P square means P cross P. So if we see the order of the P, first P it's 2 cross 3 and order of the second P it's 2 cross 3. So the first the column of the first matrix is 3 and row of the second matrix is 2. So we can't do the multiplication here. No multiplication will be there. We can't do the multiplication here. So the required condition is, for doing a squared, it must have to be a square matrix. Only square matrix can be multiplied by itself. So the order of the matrix here A is 2 cross 2. So you can do A square. So we are doing A square. So it's on 0 0 on, cross on 0 0 on. So here it's A square. So we have to do the first row and first column, and we position that in first row first column. So on into on, that means on, plus 0 into 0, that means 0. Now first row second column, so on into 0, that means 0, and 0 into on, that means 0. Second row first column, so it's 0 plus 0. Second row first second column, 0 cross 0 plus on cross on, that means on. So the result is coming as on 0 0 on. So it is the exactly same thing of A. We have taken A is on 0 0 on, so that is A. So idempotent matrix will be that if we squared the matrix and we will get the same matrix. What is periodic matrix? If the power of the matrix first a to the power k plus 1 is equal to a to the power k, then it will be a periodic matrix. Like example, if a to the power 4 is equal to a cube, then it will be a periodic matrix. The example, it will be like 1 0 0 1. If we do a to the power 5 or anything, it's identity matrix, so a to the power 5 will be a to the power 4. So you can call it as a periodic matrix. Now I will discuss involutory matrix. What is involutory matrix? If A square is equal to I means identity matrix, then we will call the matrix A as a involutory matrix. I have taken a matrix A is -5 -8 0 3 5 0 on to -1. Now I am checking whether it's an involutory matrix or not. So for that we will do A square, A cross A. So I am writing the matrix -5 -8 0 3 5 0 on 2 -1, and again -5. Here the matrix is square, so we can do the square. 3 5 0 on 2 -1. So -5 into -5, first row will be multiplied by first column. So -5 and -5, it's 25, plus -8 into 3, that means -24, plus 0 into 1, 0 into 1, that means 0. So now I will multiply first row second column. So it's -5 into -8, that means 40. Now -8 into 5, that means minus 40, plus 0, 0 cross 2, first row third column, so it's 0 plus 0 plus 0. Now second row multiplied by first column, so 3 cross minus 5, so minus 15, 5 cross 3, that means plus 15, plus 0. Now second row multiplied by second column, so 3 minus 8, so minus 24, and 5 cross 5, that means 25, 3 5 second row third column, so it is 0 plus 0 plus 0. Now third row multiplied by first column, so 1 cross minus 5, so it's minus 5. Now 2 cross 3 means plus 6. Now minus 1 cross 1, that means minus 1. Now third row multiplied by second column, so it will be minus 8 plus 10 minus 2. Now third row multiplied by last column, so it's 0 plus 0 plus 1. Now I am erasing this part. So we have got a square is equal to, it's on 0 0 0 on 0 0 0 on, so it's I3. As you know, it's identity matrix of 3 ordered, so we can call the matrix A as a involutory matrix here. Now we will be seeing the nilpotent matrix. If a to the power k is equal to 0, here k is positive integer, k is positive integer. I have taken a matrix A which is 2 3 0 0, it's 2 cross 2 matrix. Now I am seeing it's A square, that means 2 3 0 0 2 3 0 0. So the multiplication, first row will be multiplied by first column, so it's 2 cross 2 plus 3 cross 0 means 0. Now first row second column, so it's 2 cross 3, that means 6 into 0. Now this second row is totally 0, so it will be 0 plus 0, it's also 0 plus 0, it's 6 plus 0. So the result is coming as 4 6 0 0. So as you can see here, we are not getting a square is equal to 0, so we can't call A as a is not a nilpotent matrix. Now I will discuss submatrix. What is submatrix? If we omit any rows and any columns from a given matrix, then the element which is still there will be a submatrix. So I am taking a matrix here B. I am omitting the first row and first column, that means these are neglected. So by neglecting first row and first column, I am getting F G H J K L. So B will be a submatrix of A. Like this, we can omit the second row and second column, third column. So I am omitting this second row and second column and third column. So by omitting these, I am getting A D I L. So C is also a submatrix of A. I hope you have understood the submatrix concept. Now I will discuss the principal submatrix. I have taken a matrix here A. Here we have to consider that the matrix must be a square matrix. It must have to be a square matrix. So I have taken a 3 cross 3 matrix. Here B is a submatrix of A and C is also a submatrix of A. But one thing we have to notice in principal submatrix, that the diagonal element of the main matrix, which is AEI, and the diagonal element of B, as you can see here, it's E and I. So if the diagonal element are same of the main matrix and the submatrix, then we can call the B as a principal submatrix of A. Here I have shown another submatrix which is C, and the element is BCEF, but here the diagonal element is B and F. But in original matrix we don't have the diagonal element of B and F, so C is not a principal submatrix of A. C is not a principal submatrix of A. So now I will see the properties of scalar multiplication. In scalar multiplication, the first rule is K into A plus B. Here K is a scalar term. K may be 1, 2, 3, 4, anything. It's a positive integer number, or it may be positive number or anything. So K into A plus B, we can write Ka plus Kb. Here A and B is a matrix of same order. Now K plus L is also a constant. So K plus L into A, we can write it as Ka plus La. Now Kl into A. So in scalar matrix we can multiply K into La in the matrix. Similarly, L is outside the matrix and Ka. So minus of K into A, we can write it as minus into Ka. And one thing we have to notice here, this is the most important formula here. If we multiply a matrix with a identity matrix, here I is a identity matrix, so the answer will be always A. As you know, I is the metaphoric mean of 1. So if we multiply anything with 1, then we will get the same thing. So now minus 1 into A, it will be minus A. Now we will be seeing the scalar multiplication. Suppose there is a matrix A which is 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are multiplying 5 into A. So we have to multiply this 5 with each element. So we will be getting 2 into 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Like this we can do the scalar multiplication. Now we will see the properties of matrix multiplication. If there is two different matrices A and B, then AB will not be equal to BA. In second formula we have seen that A is outside of the matrix. We can multiply A into BC, that will be equal to AB into C. In third formula, if you do A into B plus C, we can write it as AB plus AC. And in fourth formula, I have said it earlier also, that if we multiply anything with identity matrix, then the result will be same. And here we can see A is having order M into N and B is having order N into L. So the answer will be having order M cross L. M cross L. What is transpose matrix? So I have taken a matrix A which is having order 2 cross 3, and the transpose of the matrix A will be, we will write the first row as a first column. So A, B, C, we have written the first row as a first column. Now second row will be written as the second column. So it's D, E, F. So we have got the A transpose here, and the order of the A transpose will be 3 cross A, 3 cross 2. Now we will see the properties of transpose matrix. So double transpose of a matrix A will be equal to A plus B transpose, it will be equal to A transpose plus B transpose, and K A transpose we can write it as K into A transpose. Here K is a scalar term, and AB transpose, A multiplied B transpose will be equal to B transpose into A transpose. Now I will discuss symmetric matrix. If A transpose is equal to A, then it will be symmetric matrix. Here I have taken a matrix A, then now A transpose will be, here first row will be first column, so first row 2 3 4, second row 3 5 6, it will be second column 3 5 6, third row 4 6 7, it will be second, means third column 4 6 7. So AT is exactly equal to A, that means A is a symmetric matrix. What is skew symmetric matrix? If A transpose is equal to minus A, then it's skew symmetric matrix. I have taken matrix A here, so AT will be equal to 0 3, its first column, it will be first row, it's first row, so it will be first column 0 minus 3, and 3 0, its second row, here it will be second column. So AT, if we take the minus here, minus 1 out here, then we have to multiply minus 1 with everyone. So minus 1 into 0 0, minus 1 into 3 minus 3, minus 1 into minus 3, it's 3 and it's 0. So we have got the same matrix, that means AT is equal to minus A. So we can write A as a skew symmetric matrix here. Now I will see minor of a matrix. Here there is a matrix A and these are the elements. So if I find the minor of on, that means the element on, so the element is on, so we will neglect the first row and we will neglect the first column, and rest are these 4 elements. So this on, this will multiplied by, means A22 into A33 minus A32 into A23, it will be the minor here. A22 cross A33 minus A23 into A32. If we find the minor 3 2, then we will neglect the third row, so this row is neglected, and second column is neglected. So the rest elements are A11 A13 A21 A23. So we will multiply A11 with A23, A11 into A23 minus A23 21 into A13, A21 into A13. So this is the minor of 3 2. Now I will find the cofactor of a matrix. So to find the cofactor, we always have to remember one thing. What is that? The first element, it will be plus, and the next it will rotate, so plus minus, again it will start from minus plus. Since 3 by 3, how it will go? First plus, then minus, then plus, then it's minus plus minus, then it's plus minus plus. What is this? You have finded the minor. So now if they want to find that C on, so you have to see the position. Here it's 3 cross 3 matrix. So in 3 cross 3 matrix, the first is plus, that means plus M on. C2 on, if they want to find the cofactor of C on, it will be C2 on, that means it is minus of M2 on. Now we know the M2 on. What is M2 on? So minus M2 on is second row is neglected, and first column is neglected. and first column is neglected. The rest elements are a on 2 into, so it will be a on 2 into a33 minus a on 3 into a32. So this will be C21. Now C23, that means second row and third column, so it will be minus of M23. It will be minus M23, that means we have to neglect the second row and third column. So it's a on 1 into a32 minus a on 2 into a3 on. So for today it's enough, and in the next lecture I will be seeing, I will discuss the adjoint, inverse and several other component of linear algebra. Thank you for watching.